to be or not to be.
Actually, speaking of
And
remakes,
welcome back to the Actors Dungeon, everybody. Hey, just so you...
we're podcasting.
We're up and going. We've got a show for you tonight. We have had the plague seems to have... Let's set the scene. Like the prologue. The plague sweeps the land, and everybody who was going to be with us tonight, plus many of our backups, succumbed to this terrible, terrible plague.
There was also snow.
The end, yes. And snow delaying people's flights. And so, yeah, we are just going to be hanging out. You're going to be shooting the shit with the Actors Dungeon. Feel free to hang out with us in comments and just
ask questions.
Ask questions.
And if you have a problem with it, we'll find you.
All right.
We will locate you.
We're not going to locate
That's all
you. Right?
We'll do.
No, we're found you.
Yeah.
We're going to Where's Waldo you.
Yeah.
Well, that's me.
Anyway, speaking of remakes that we were just talking about, I'm also looking forward to the Persona 3 remake because I would never touch vanilla Persona 3, but the remake looks like it makes it bearable to play. Vanilla Persona 3 looks like... I think 4 is the furthest back I'm willing to go in that series.
All right. Yeah, so feel free to join in the chat. We've been talking about remakes of video games. Anybody got any thoughts on Baldur's Gate, The Witcher remake, or any other games that they've been playing recently? I think we've got a couple people in chat, or got a couple people viewing. Feel free to chime in, or don't. It's completely optional. We're gonna hang out anyway because one, we feel like it, and two, YouTube will continue our there's it's got some sort of weird sentience now that it knows if we're saying we're going to do a live stream but then don't.
Ooh.
I don't know what's up with that.
You just get a weird get this weird automated voicemail like, we set aside bandwidth for you. Why didn't you use it? Why didn't you use the bandwidth?
We gave you all of 1 megabyte of data and you didn't use it.
Which reminds me of a quest in Cyberpunk.
Find 1 megabyte of data?
Oh, yeah, good lord, no. There's this quest where you start to realize just the extent that, these rogue AIs in the dark web, that there's actually like a micro universe that seems to have come upon self-awareness.
Just like Digimon.
Oh, good lord. Just like Digimon. I'm a Pokemon man. Come on.
I got really into Ghost Game because I fucking love Gamamon. Have you guys seen Have you guys been blessed with Gamamon's visage yet?
I have not seen Gamamon's visage.
Hold on, I'm pulling up Gamamon right now.
Well, I have a feeling we're about to be.
You guys need to see Gamamon. He is the best fucking baby. He's so stupid, it's fantastic.
Oh, lovely. Even stupider than Puppetmon? I really did not like him.
Gamamon's stupid as shit. He's great.
Oh,
look at him. He's great.
I've seen this dude before. I recognize this.
Gamamon?
Looks like someone made it. It looks like a Pokemon version of a Triceratops.
It's a Poke Triceratops.
Or you know what that's going to be? That's going to be Sarah if they did an anime remake of Land Before Time.
It's already in anime.
Speaking of movies that traumatized us when we were kids.
I actually had a friend who worked on Ghost Game. Like in the animation.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really cool. Also, speaking of anime stuff, I spent the last 2 months just blasting through the Danganronpa series.
I hate
I
Danganronpa.
just haven't put it in the.
I hate that shit.
Have no idea what it is.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know either.
I hate Danganronpa.
So take us through what is Danganronpa.
Is that an affectionate hate or a visceral
No,
hate?
I hate that thing. I hate it. I hate it's stupid and the characters are stupid and
Did you do all three or did you just do one?
No, I did all three. Listen, I was dedicated.
So that was an earnest try.
So which of the characters were you hoping died the most?
Which ones were I hoping died the most? All of them, honestly.
So for you guys not in the know, Danganronpa
us old men.
is a game series that the plot is generally the same each game with some differences that attempt to keep subverting itself. Which makes sense if I revealed spoilers, but I won't.
Cool, so you're not explaining anything at all, then.
I try to, at least, but the series, each game revolves around a group of high school students getting trapped in a school island something, and they're told by this little bear mascot who's being remote controlled by someone, like, hey guys, you're fucking stuck here forever, tough shit. But if you want to get out, you got to kill someone and get away with it. And the game is just mostly the group trying to find a way to escape. But
it's a visual novel.
At that point, I would have just killed the bear and looked at everyone else and been
if you kill the bear, it kills you.
Like, is everyone okay with this?
Explodes or stabs you with spears or something.
Explodes or stabs you with spears?
Those are the two things that have been confirmed to have happened with him.
Damn.
Or shoots you with giant robots.
Yeah, well...
Those have also happened.
Alright, well, here's a millennial Gen X problem. How about the Yeti from Ski Free?
What?
What?
Yeah,
where did this come from?
What?
Nothing.
What the fuck is that?
Sorry, not even...
I know what that is, but, where did that come up in this conversation?
Just because you keep talking about things, I got no idea what they are.
Well, tough luck. I know exactly what that is, so I
win.
Ultimate Yeti.
Charlie, you don't know the Ski Free Yeti? The Ski Free was just like some basic game that came with every PC in the early to late 90s. And then there was this Yeti
I was poor, man. Like that, I didn't have my own computer until fuck, it was.
I didn't
it
have
was
my
a while.
own computer either. This was just I don't know. It was just part of the mind or the same program or the same browser games that had Solitaire and Minesweeper.
Oh, okay.
It was just this man on a ski hill slowly going down, trees going by, and instead of ending the game at the bottom of the hill, a Yeti runs up and devours you. And there was all this speculation for years that there must be a way to avoid the Yeti. And to this day, I don't think anybody has found a way, except for apparently if you press the F for faster, you have a chance of outrunning it. But the more progress you make, the more and more the Yeti comes. And chances are you will be devoured.
This is more exciting than any of the Danganronpa games.
Listen, I was answering their question. They asked what it was, and I was telling them. And then you guys are like, shut the fuck up, Ryan. No one cares.
You didn't even tell them that all the kids, they all have, they're all ultimates, so they're all,
yeah, because you guys didn't let me.
I'm the ultimate photographer. Tough shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, half the students are also horny as fuck for zero reason.
I know it's gross. Girl, high school.
It's not fun.
What the fuck?
That part was not fun.
It's gross. That's a big reason why I hate it.
Right,
hey, adults, watch this teenager show. where they're
I mean,
super
that's
horny.
just half of anime, though.
But it's like, it doesn't need to be there.
No, it
to
doesn't.
Make the game good.
I'm not defending it.
The game is not good.
I'm just trying to explain it's not an outlier. Ah, my water. That does not mean I condone it.
Maybe it would gain some points if it subverted expectations.
I just
And when
like.
it gets
I like Ace Attorney, so I think Danganronpa was.
I like Ace Attorney because the
I've heard good
characters are
things about
actually
Ace
fun.
Attorney.
Ace Attorney is great. Dude, I
the
recommend if
cases
you
are
haven't
good.
played Ace Attorney before, all of the collections are on sale now, except for the investigation spin-offs. But I would say start with Great Ace Attorney. It's the one that takes place in like feudal Japan, not feudal Japan, Meiji Restoration period, I think it is. Yeah, play Great Ace Attorney. He goes to Victorian England and pals around with Sherlock Sholmes.
Sherlock Sholmes.
Yeah.
God, I think I saw a bit about the Yeti finally getting defeated. How about that?
Also, unironically, Sherlock Sholmes is the best iteration of Sherlock Holmes I've ever seen in a piece of media. Like, I legitimately mean that.
Really?
Well, it's kind of like my friend Chantel was going through university to be a like paleontologist, archaeologist, that sort of stuff, and her history and archaeology teacher went on record saying that Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail is to date the most accurate portrayal of that time period in cinematic history.
I've also heard people say Muppets Treasure Island is probably the best Treasure Island is ever going to get adapted by anything. Like,
Really?
screenwriters are too scared to try because they just remember Muppet Treasure Island exists.
I don't know, man. Treasure Planet was solid.
Treasure Planet was really good. I like that.
I never actually saw Treasure Planet. I
Definitely should. I highly recommend.
was
Yeah.
around that time where I don't know. Was that a Disney or was that
That was
Yep.
Disney.
something else?
Yeah.
Okay, there
It
was
doesn't
a
feel
bunch
like a
of,
Disney movie because they were
yeah.
experimenting at that time.
Yeah, because it was
that's-
good and
yeah.
different.
It's good for them. It's like I remember Atlantis. I didn't really like. Saw the trailer, heard people talking about it. It looked kind of dumb, and then I finally saw it only like 10 years ago. I'm like, this was amazing. How did I not think this looked good
Yep.
when I was younger?
I mean, you're part of the reason they don't make those movies anymore.
Jim Varney,
They all did
Jim
poorly.
Varney for that. Jim Varney in that movie was fantastic. Lettuce, I got you. And say, what do you need lettuce for? They need your 4 basic food groups, Cookie. I got your 4 basic food groups: beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard.
That was also when New Groove came out, I think. Versus
New Groove.
No, New Groove
Caught
was
off guard.
much later because that's.
I remember
I got
seeing
back
that.
into it.
I remember seeing New Groove, and I was pausing the movie to go to the bathroom because I was gonna piss myself laughing so many times.
That movie
Like,
was
it was-
fantastic.
They just
Anytime-
got a great cast for what they did.
They really did, and like I will forever mark it as the most sarcastic Disney movie to date. Like, there's the entire, like you said, the entire cast was just gold.
Patrick Warburton especially.
Yeah.
Mm.
Crunk here.
How you
Yeah.
doing there, Ismail?
There's a reason they
Cusco.
made him
Cusco's
the
poison.
focus
The
of the
poison we used to
sequel.
kill Cusco. That poison? Yes, that poison.
Yes, that wasn't.
Takes
Oddly
over
enough,
running the
led to
restaurant.
my favorite. It led to my favorite story from a water park. Actually,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've heard that story.
There's
Please
a
go ahead.
water park. There was a water park. I don't know where it is, sadly, but it had like one of those tube water slides where you stand in the tube, and then you just get like not launched but dropped, and you just kind of go down. It's at like a 45-degree angle or some shit. Like it's. Anyway, you get into a tube. They close the door. They hit a switch. Floor drops out from under you, and you go.
Oh
apparently
yeah,
there's-
that's Blizzard Beach.
So this 12-year-old girl like stalled it for like a good 3 or 4 minutes because she made the operator laugh so hard he couldn't do his job because she got in there and she was all just like bouncing. She was excited, like that. And he's like, all right, so you get in there, you got to put your arms like this. And she's like, yep. All right. And so gets her in there. She puts her arms like that, closes the gate, goes over to the switch. He's like, you ready? She goes, pull the lever, crunk. And he hits the button without actually registering what she said. And all he hears is, wrong lever. He lost it. Like, he apparently just like could not stop laughing. Literally everyone in the line spread that story. So by the time the girl got to the end of the line, they were like, go back, go up.
It's funny.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no, the reason she did that was definitely because it was Blizzard Beach, which is a Disney park.
Oh, I didn't know that. Ah, Blizzard Beach.
Yeah.
All right.
Never
I went
been.
to that one, not their other one. I think it's like Hurricane Harbor or something. I don't know. That might be the Six Flags one. I don't know.
Like, we need a name for this. We need a name for an attraction, something that people are going to want to come towards. So we're going to mix. Let's see here: natural disaster and a location. Anyone?
Blizzard Beach.
Okay, Blizzard Beach. Fantastic. Okay, we got a Blizzard Beach.
Sounds like a Mario Kart
Hurricane
level.
Harbor. Hurricane Harbor. Fantastic.
Oh.
Earthquake.
Tsunami
Earthquake
time of your
freeway.
life.
What'd you
Tsunami
say,
freeway.
Charlie?
All right
Earthquake
then.
what?
Like, I don't know, like earthquake freeway or something.
Oh.
Tsunami
No, it has to
turnpike.
be wet. It's got to involve
Turnpike,
water.
there we go.
Your theme park needs to sound wetter.
Yeah.
I want something more moist.
Oh.
Why? What is with that word that gets people like that makes their skin crawl? Like, I've literally, my partner has someone at work and she legit, they cannot say the word moist around her because it, like, she literally gets that like full like and then she has to leave the room.
Just the
Like, it's just
connotations of it now.
visceral
It used to be
reaction
fine, but
to the
yeah.
sound of this word.
Dramatic.
And I'm just like, what about that? Like, my mom has my mom has an angry reaction to the word cunt, but pretty much told her never go to Australia.
Yeah. That's the term of affection. Remember learning, like, it's the stereotype that, Australians say mate to people, but it's like, you say mate when you're pissed off at somebody. It's become more like, listen here, mate.
Yeah.
And you say cunt to the people you love. Come here, you cunt.
Yeah. Fucking Australia. I love the
know
fact
why.
that Australia is effectively Earth's difficult mode. Like, there's a spider season.
Ooh.
I wish I was joking. And it's the coolest. Like, if you look at it from a nature perspective, it's actually super cool because what happens is it happens right after the wet season. So when the waters rise, all of the spiders go into the trees because they can't swim, and then they build all of their webs in the trees. So the trees just effectively, it's this big canopy of webbing. But the reason that they're doing that is because the fucking water, because the insects are mostly like mosquitoes and stuff like that. They're mostly born in water. So without the spiders, there would be an influx. There'd be like just a plague of insects.
Australia is one of the most delicately balanced ecosystems.
Right? Is that what was it? It was like every 2 square meters, there's something that can kill you.
Love it.
I mean, ecosystems in general are always really cool because it is stuff where you're like, huh, I didn't consider that. Like the wolf population in the U.S. People kept fucking killing all the wolves because they thought they were eating livestock and just dangerous to tourists. And then suddenly the deer got out of control and the deer were more dangerous and they were diseased and killing everything, and destroying all the terrain because there were too many of them. And people are like,
Yep.
fuck, we need those wolves back.
I heard about the
Why
wolves
are there
being
so many
Die. We
controlled.
can't do this. We gotta get the wolves out there.
I love the fact that they did that. I think it was yeah, it was in, I think it was like in the Yukon or something like that. They reintroduced wolves, and then over the next like year or so, the they watched as the river rerouted
Yeah, because the beavers
just
came
because
back.
The beavers
because
came
of
back.
the wolves' presence, because the wolves' presence altered the migrational patterns of the herbivores, so they would avoid their natural predators, and that means that like they went elsewhere, and then because there was less vegetation, the river started to kind of like move.
Mhm.
It was super cool. The earth is weird and fantastic, and humans ruin everything.
I've also
That's
said
crazy.
before, when you learn about life sciences too, you learn about how cool it is that we can do even the most basic stuff, like just moving a finger requires so much.
That's
But
crazy.
everything is held together by biological duct tape.
Pretty much.
It's like, damn, they were just desperate to make this work. It's like, what do you mean we do all of that just to like get medicine through our body?
So we got in chat, Jane is talking about a boomer fact of iodine poisoning island. That sounds fun.
That sounds like a good vacation destination.
That sounds
That could
sounds
be our
about it.
improv challenge. Like, okay,
That's-
best
that-
sales pitch for iodine poisoning island. Do you have a healthy family?
That sounds about as appealing as Snake Island in Indonesia. Have you heard about that shit? There is
No,
one.
for me, Snake Island is nostalgic. We had a Snake Island, literally. You know, my house. We have, for those who don't know my own backstory.
Yeah,
we
give
were
us your
fish
address.
farmers. Yeah, the place doesn't exist anymore. But we had we were fish farmers, so we had like a massive property with these ponds, and we just had one of these islands was just designated Snake Island. We don't go there anymore. And yes, it was filled with snakes, water snakes, big ones, small ones, some that could swallow your head. But I'm sure Indonesia's Snake Island is much worse because
yeah,
we just
there's
had big
one
snakes,
type.
not poison.
There is one type of viper there, and it has a necrotic venom, so your
no,
skin will
no,
slosh
yeah.
off.
Ugh.
And they
Ew.
are hyper aggressive and cannibalistic because there's nothing else there. There is a lighthouse there. There was a lighthouse keeper and his family. They killed them. They actively broke into the lighthouse and killed them. No reason, they just did. And the only reason why
Spiteful
this
snakes.
the only reason why this island hasn't been carpet bombed is because it is the only place that this particular species of viper exists.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's
It's
yeah. You
I
don't
mean,
want
you go to fucking where the
Okay.
Komodo dragons are, and you're like, okay, I'm walking into a death trap
Yep.
yeah.
full of.
Komodo dragons just like they're not poisonous. They have such poor dental hygiene.
No, they got some venom in them.
Oh, do
It's-
they have
It's
yeah,
that?
been
it's a-
documented
Oh.
they do have
it's
some
a-
venom.
Oh, never mind
it's a
then.
paralytic.
Oh, that's the worst.
People
Like,
keep
now
going
I'm-
back and forth on whether they're venomous or not. I think it was finally deemed they do have venom.
I think
the last person
I-
to get their arm ripped off by them.
I think the thing I like the most about Komodo dragons is there's no middle ground. They'll either leave you alone or kill you. There's no like threat. It's just kind of like, how's it going, Bob? Or today's your day. I'm sorry. Like
There's a video of Steve Irwin on that island back when he was alive, and he got like tail whipped by one of them,
Mhm.
and it left a really bad bruise on his leg. And he's like, "Man, I was so lucky today."
Yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Because that's
I
all
like
that
seeing
happened was
these
he got
past
close
clips
and
Yeah.
of
tail smacked.
Steve Irwin and his family who's keeping his legacy alive. What a
Yeah, didn't they
we loved
revive a
laughing
turtle
at him
species?
back in the day, not like or like more like laughing with him because he knew what kind of personality he had. I loved that interview with him. It's like, so do you like drink a lot of coffee, man? No, man. Like, I are you kidding? Like, if I had a cup of coffee, my head would blow up. I'm just like this. Like, I had a cup of coffee 10 years ago. I'm still amped up from it. That.
Yeah, I think his kids just reintroduced a turtle population, or they successfully bred it, or something like that. I have to
Nice.
find the article.
Hey, that's
So we've got
awesome.
an update from Jane. The iodine poisoning island was a aqua park ride. So yeah, somebody who I guess doesn't wasn't very good at their job or took their job way too seriously. Like, no, there's too much bacteria in this water. Pump up the iodine.
Jane wins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Jane. All right.
I
I
never-
realize, like,
never
since
in a
we're
million
kind of
years.
in freeform mode, I can do this. I'm so used to having to be the GM and not being. I'm just gonna go to the washroom and get another drink.
Yay.
Never in
Go
a
to the
million
washroom
years.
first and then get another drink. I don't keep drinks.
Get
in
a
the washroom.
drink in the washroom?
Yeah, he's got a mini bar. It's weird.
Yeah.
You saw my back when I had a bachelor pad. Like, that's basically my
Yeah.
place was so small. I had to start storing like cereal and other non-perishables in the bathroom because I had. It was a one-room apartment with like a tiny little curtain for the bathroom.
Yeah, you ever do that thing where you're in someone else's house, you're going to the bathroom, and it's either taking a long time or you're just kind of like looking around, and you start just taking note of the things around you, like that shampoo, body wash. In Cautious, it was like shampoo, body wash, some what is that, hair gel? Yeah, hair gel, Rice Krispies. What?
Captain Crunch.
Yeah. No, never in a million years would I have guessed
Hey guys,
water
guys,
park.
real quick. All of us duck
Hmm?
off camera. Just get off camera when he comes back.
Don't sell us out, Jane.
Don't you dare. Yeah, just wait. This is great content.
Yeah.
How big of a piss is this man taking?
Well, he had to get a drink
Well,
too.
he's also like refilling his drink, man. Like he wants to pee later as well.
Do them both at the same time.
What's with this guy? He's like, all right, I'm out of pee. Time to refill.
Weren't you the one talking about the human body like just recently? Like the
Yeah.
human body is inefficient. It always has been.
I could do it better.
A nutless monkey with a tack hammer hacking away at a keyboard could do it better.
Hey there, Jane. Well, some other individual might be wondering, where did they all suddenly go? They forget that I have wireless earbuds, and I was privy to their entire conversation.
God damn it, Ryan.
Oh.
But well done, well done. So let me give you hey, where did everyone go?
Don't patronize us.
Peekaboo!
Ah!
That was adorable.
I see.
What kind of weirdo takes his wireless earbuds to the bathroom?
It's easier than just taking them in and out.
I thank you for
And-
muting yourself. That
Like,
was,
man, I can't pee unless I hear my friends talking.
that okay. Hilariously enough, this actually that actually sparked a memory. I remember someone going to the bathroom, and then someone in the living room was like, "Man, why do women pee so loud?" And like another woman in the room was like, "It's because they're hitting the water, you idiot!" Like, it's just hitting the water. They're not aiming for the side of the bowl, you jackass. I got torn into. It was fantastic.
All right, and for my performance, Jane just threw me a rose. So I
Nice.
don't know what.
Well done.
What I
They're
can-
like, that was a great piss, buddy. So proud of you.
That sounded super healthy. Glad you're hydrating.
Sounded like you were roasting some chicken in there. Great job.
What? Wait. Roasting? Sorry, I
Frying
haven't heard
some
this
chicken, that's
simile
the word I
before.
meant.
Frying.
Go to the hospital if that's what you think peeing sounds like.
My pee sounds like a microwave. No, I will not elaborate.
His door closes. Silence. Ding.
the ding. Right down to the ding. Oh, good lord. No, excuse me. All right, well, so far this has been a very interesting series of conversations, starting from video games to Disney references, water park contaminations, the continent of Australia, and now different noises you hear from the bathroom. And these could be
Make a
improv
tier list
games.
of bathroom noises.
No.
This a tier list.
Gross.
That's the yeah.
What?
Yeah, are we just going basic sound effects or like worst thing to hear when somebody's
now
using
I'm
your
pict-
bathroom?
Now I'm picturing just like because of how my brain works. Gosh, when we would game in your living room, right? Now I'm just picturing someone going, "Hang on, I gotta go to the bathroom," and just like our group, silent and just waiting. And then whoever went to the bathroom comes back, and then we're like, 4.5, maybe 4.5. I'll give that like a solid 3. You can do better. Like,
There's ways to
tier
heckle
list?
people.
What does that even look like?
Hey, different topic. Did I ever tell you guys about the DJ concert thing I went to last month?
No.
We haven't
Oh,
spoken in like 2, so
I'm sorry. But
it's fine.
yeah, so last month so a little bit of context. I was watching that like several videos that are like 5 to 9 hours long of that guy watching and analyzing iCarly all the way up to Sam and Cat. If you have
Why?
seen it. He
It's
forgot.
He
Kind of.
forgot?
He kind of lost sight of why he was doing it too, but it brought him a lot of views, so he kept doing it.
I started this with a purpose that I no longer remember, but all that was laid
All I
down to
had
me
was
from my
iCarly.
past self was I must finish.
But anyway,
I woke
so
up. There's just post-its. Keep going.
So during his video, he was talking about because he did Victorious a couple years ago, and now I think, and based off the interest from that, real quick, who here has seen Victorious?
I didn't like it,
But you've
but I
seen it.
saw
at least.
it.
Yeah.
I've seen it, yeah.
So you remember the guy with the puppet?
Oh my god, I hated that guy. So
Well, his
weird.
actor, seeing the renewed popularity for the series, went on a tour where they just like were DJing and playing songs from the like mid 2000s to early 2010s. It's like that kind of era. So he was playing like TV show openings, music that was popular then. There was a whole Justin Bieber segment. And I just went to that because I heard about it, and I was like, huh, I wonder if he's doing a second tour. And I looked up, I'm like, oh, he is in like a month and a half. I'll sign up for it. It's like $18.
Oh my-
Let's go.
Was
So-
Puppet there?
No, the puppet was
Well,
not
then
there.
why would you go?
Yeah, what the hell is the point? I'm like,
Matt Bennett's a cool guy. It was a fun time, and I got to meet him. And I coincidentally, so I went up to go talk to him and get a photo with him and a signing and everything. And while I was there, I just mentioned like, yeah, I found out about you. I'm sure a lot of people here, found out about you through the video that was done. And he was like, he just pointed out another guy standing a little bit off to the table. And he's like, oh, you see that guy? He's actually friends with the guy who made that video. So I went over and started talking with him. And I found out that he also helped create Shrek Retold. So we were just talking about that for a little bit. It was a fun time.
Wow.
I did
That's cool.
an assignment, a final on Shrek Retold. My
What is
fables
Shrek
class.
Retold? I
So,
am unfamiliar with
you remember the
this.
movie Shrek, correct? Shrek 1?
Oh, how could I forget?
Are you familiar with it?
Yes.
We all
Breakout hit
remember.
Shrek?
It was.
You ever
sorry,
wanna-
Let's go Shrek 2.
to bring us back to this whole millennials thing. Shrek came out when you all were so young. But for us, every teacher, for some reason, thought like, hey, you know what would be a fun movie day for our students? Shrek. So
We just
every
got Bill Nye.
single class, when it's like, hey, and we're just gonna movie day, we're like, please not Shrek, please not Shrek. Here's Shrek, because we hear this is what the kiddies are into, right? 5 years.
Our school
of
system
Shrek.
did Sandlot a whole bunch, and I don't know why.
Oh, the Sandlot! Sorry, that's a nostalgia movie for me. Probably Charlie.
Yeah,
too,
they just
right?
kept
Charlie?
playing
Right?
Sandlot, and we never finished the movie because the period was never long enough.
dude, when I was in, I remember
They make friends with the dog.
the like the weirdest combination of like a school movie day and the class that it happened in. My high school French class decided to play. I think it was 1980 something.
1984, the Orwellian novel.
No, it's just like in like that. That's when the movie was made. Excalibur. To say that is questionable material to be showing to high school children. It's a good movie. It's a very good movie. Don't get me wrong. It was still strange.
Anyway, back
But-
to Shrek Retold.
Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry.
So the movie Shrek came out, and then several sequels came out, and then
The
someone
world
kind
has
of
never
jokingly
recovered.
made Shrek Fest, which was just a somewhat joke gathering for Shrek fans, and it had a higher turnout than they expected. And somehow through the course of all that, they came up with the idea of like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we just remade Shrek from the ground up? So, combining the works of 500 plus people, I think it was, the only thing that stayed from the original Shrek movie was the script and the base character designs. Everything else is either acted out in real life or animated, voiced over by several different people, Lego stop motioned, whatever. Just the entirety of the first Shrek movie.
I honestly,
kinda
I
like
like this.
the-
I like this.
And it's a little weird to watch, but if you go into that with the mindset of like, so many people joined in on this, like this was just an effort to make, it's really fun to watch.
If you go on YouTube, I think it's on YouTube.
We're
The
on
pandemic, The hell you say? No, the during the pandemic, a shit ton of actors got together and effectively did the Princess Bride
Yeah.
scene
Oh, really?
by scene. And like it was one or two, like it's just one or two actors acting out a scene of the Princess Bride, like in their living room, in the backyard, like in a park. It was amazing. Definitely give it a watch. It's also heart-wrenching at the very end, because the last scene was the director's son, who is now a director. I can't remember who the hell directed Princess Bride again.
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
And,
Ryan, do Google.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I guess I'm doing Googling.
Every time I try and Google it, it always tries to ask me if I'm a robot or not. I just think it's
Directed
racist.
and co-produced by Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner.
Reiner.
His son, I think, who is now like a grown-ass man, was playing like Fred Savage's character, and his dad, the director, was Peter Falk's character, and that was the last thing that he did before he passed away.
Oh.
Hmm.
And it was right up for me. It was right up there with the last scene with the original Q from James Bond,
Oh, yeah.
when he said never say, like, two things that I've always told you, 007. One, never let them see you bleed, and he's like, and two, always have an escape route. And he hits a button, and he like the little platform that he's standing on lowers him into the ground, and the little thing kind of closes him off. That's the last thing that actor did before he passed away.
What about Leaves on the Vine?
Oh, no.
I was okay talking about that. You bring up Mako. The fuck, man. Like
Yeah, that was...
I learned about Mako's death because of that episode. I was heartbroken because I was just like, oh man, that is such a touching episode. And then Mako shows up, and I was like, no.
No, yeah.
No.
It was the same for me. He's like, no, he's not dead. He's always just been there. He's just I don't know what is life like after Mako.
That was the wizard from fucking Conan. He does not die.
I mean,
I love how people like.
moment of silence now. Thank you, Ryan.
Well, just with Last Airbender, people say, even though it's technically not a filler episode, because filler, in its truest term, is just original content animes made to fill up runtime in between the author releasing issues before they could animate the actual story. So that's what filler was. It was stuff that was made to fill time until the author got the next chapters out, and they had more stuff to animate.
I don't think that was filler. That was like, it's like, how do you show time passing? And do you want to? Sorry, Ryan, I cut you off. You should finish.
No, but yeah, filler is just supposed to be non-canon stuff that fills up runtime.
Yeah.
Fills up time between chapters.
And I'm used to that in, my wife has started rewatching the Supernatural series. And as much as, like, I thoroughly enjoy much of that show. But that was one where a lot of the world was transitioning from the 22 episode seasons to, like, the 10 to 12 episode seasons. And so they have, like, at the start, there's a lot of fun Monster of the Week stuff. And then they start throwing out some very plot-heavy stuff. And then there's just, like, 5 episodes that have nothing to do with anything.
Now, hold on. That is not true filler. That is original content. That's not filler. But where I was going with it
filler.
is people refer to stuff like that as filler. It's
So
more
what-
of a
yeah.
breather episode than anything, generally, but people call it filler.
Yeah.
And is generally said with disdain. Whenever someone talks about filler, they're like,
Yeah.
usually it's just okay, but not as good as the source, or just bad, waste of time, skip this
It's-
episode
yeah.
stuff.
I
But then
I guess
people
I
talk
gauge
about
it.
the one piece of media that did filler right, and it was that episode of Avatar.
Tales of Bossing
Because
Say.
plot does not progress, characters do not develop, nothing happens, but it gives you deep insight to each of the characters' mental
I
state.
had trauma. That happened.
I mean, maybe to you,
There were
but not
nice
to the
things. Like I
You-
sure
characters
love
in
like
the story.
Sokka's
Oh yeah, if you're not a
poetry
sociopath.
slam.
All I'm trying to say is people point to that as an episode of something that does filler correctly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Same with when Appa got stranded.
Mm.
Remember that episode?
Yeah.
Damn. Ah.
Where are you going with that thought? Just remember it? That's it?
Yeah, that
End
was
of
it.
thought?
Remember that.
Remember it.
Feel it.
Sound like fucking BuzzFeed.
Yeah. Remember BuzzFeed? Man.
Only 90s kids remember this.
Okay, Family
Yeah.
Guy cutaway gag.
Oh, good.
Keep
Ah.
seeing clips of the new Ted show on Netflix.
I haven't seen clips of it, but there's billboards everywhere. Like, hey, Ted, you should watch Ted.
Hey, Kayla, hold on. You know how you hate Danganronpa, right? Let me find
Yeah.
something real quick.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Ted, I have something very fun.
I don't know.
What?
The Ted movies were like good for what they were, but like there's a reason I like the Family Guys, because like that humor in 22-minute bursts,
Mhm.
All right, here you go.
perfect runtime. But like after like an hour and a half of that same humor, that long,
Oh
like,
my
it just
god.
just got old quick.
Look at them. Ted's hanging out with Monokuma.
I hate that. I hate that.
Thanks, I hate it.
Don't like it. Two stupid bears that I don't like.
It's funny. I didn't love Family, or like I love Family Guy before its first cancellation. Then after it came back, I never quite got into it again. But I like Seth MacFarlane more than I like Family Guy, specifically Orville. Love Orville.
Oh man. According to him, it's not dead yet.
Good.
There's
I like it more than a lot of, with the exception of Lower Decks. It's kind of like my favorite Star Trek at the moment, because Orville is honorary Star Trek. It's like, hey, what if TNG had some more comedy in it?
it was the the interview that I saw with him was like the Orville is not dead. It's in a coma, but it's not dead. So from what I understand, like they've got like one more season and a movie planned. But like
Nice.
planned is in
Yeah.
large quotations. It could
Well,
probably
listen,
just
whatever
be
they
the
keep
word.
churning out, I'm probably going to keep watching it until it, like, if it gets exhausting. But I don't know. And I mean,
I don't
know if
see it
will.
getting exhausting
Yeah.
anytime. Like
Because there's too many people, and there's so much Star Trek alumni who want to be a part of it. And there's so many, because of that, there's so many layered jokes. Like, in that episode where they go back to Alara's parents before she leaves the series. Oh, yeah, thank you, Jane. Yeah, Orville was put on hold because Disney bought Hulu, and fun things have to happen. We have to find a way to get Mickey Mouse in it.
The only thing Disney wanted was Simpsons and stuff.
Oh, Disney. I think we can get away with doing the Mickey Mouse voice now, because
can
It's-
anyone does anyone else find it just absolutely meant that the moment that Steamboat Willie became public domain, literally the day after it was revealed that there is a Steamboat Willie horror movie in the works.
Yeah, everyone knew
Well,
that
Like
was going to
the
happen.
day
Everyone called
after.
it, and they're like, it's so predictable and
They
uncreative.
did it with Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I was
Like,
just gonna
Winnie the
say that.
Pooh's-
It happened
yeah.
with Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
People are like, you can't be creative with this stuff. You just make a shitty horror movie and slap the character's name on it and sell it based on shock value. No one's able to be creative.
Yep.
There was also a Steam game that came out that was selling itself as a, like, you hunt down Mickey Mouse sort of thing, but it came out that it was very, very Nazi coded. Hooray!
Oh,
Yikes.
that's nice.
Like pro-Nazi or like you're hunting
Yep.
Nazis or oh, good lord.
Very pro-Nazi.
Yikes.
How can anybody do that without it just seeming like a joke? Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, I just don't get like.
I don't know. Walt Disney was apparently was super anti-Semitic, so
Oh, fair enough.
who knows?
That brings me back to The Simpsons.
He also
right?
hated the unions.
Of course, he
Yep.
hated the unions.
Mhm.
He's a
That's
business
mostly because of
magnate.
his lawyer, though. I do think, based on what I've heard about that story, if his main lawyer wasn't in the picture, he probably would have been more open to his animators unionizing.
Fair enough. So
But
I
his
just wanna say-
lawyer was like, no, if they unionize, they're all communists.
Oh, yeah. So Jane
So he
has
became
just
paranoid.
brought our conversations together with this lovely quote: "We are the mouse. You will be assimilated." Sorry. We are the mouse. You will be assimilated.
If you get a chance, there's he does videos on TikTok, but it's like villain support line.
I love those.
It's fantastic. I saw one, I think it was yesterday, where it was a guy and he's just typing away, and an alarm goes off, and he's like, "What in the hell?" So he phones and he's like, "Come on, pick up the phone. All right, fine, I'll call someone else. Hi, this is Borg Cube 753. Yeah, fantastic. One of your cubes just entered an unrestricted universe there. I'm trying to get a hold of him. Would you mind patching me through? Thank you very much." Hey, 1-7, how you doing? It's this is the villain hotline. Listen, you guys are in a universe you shouldn't be in. Yeah, I hear you. Yep, I know. Okay, but you know you're not supposed to go to the 616 universe. Where are you headed? Okay, no, you don't want to go towards asteroid M. That's a bad idea. Yes, I know the mutants of that world would make fine soldiers for the Borg Collective. That's fantastic. I'm not disputing that. However, you have to hear me out. There's a guy there that can control magnetism. The majority of your framework is all ferrous metal, so he's not even gonna have to try very. No, don't attack. Oh God, that's a sound. I'm gonna hear that sound in my nightmares now. That's. I don't know. It was another one where the predator
I love
phoned
those.
in.
The
And
predator
he's like,
phoned
who are you hunting? Kevin. Okay, I'm gonna need a last name. You have an address? Oh yeah, okay.
How much prep time does
McAllister?
Kevin get?
Yeah. Kevin
How
versus
many?
the Predator.
I was like, how many did you send? This is not a novice hunt. Why did you send your children there?
I do
Hey,
love
you guys know what I think it's time for? Real quick.
what's that?
More Gamamon.
Oh,
You have him. Oh man.
Yeah,
it's him.
it's him. All right, say bye to Gamamon.
Bye,
Bye,
Gamma.
Do I have any toys? It's like I'm doing my own like editing wipe. Woo!
Oh, hold on. You want me to pull out fucking plush toys? I got you covered.
Yeah.
One sec.
Wait, are we doing
Just
show
right
and
on top of the pile. Here's a tour chick.
This is Sailor Saturn in her school uniform.
Sailor Saturn. Fun fact. I didn't know this at first when I signed up for it, but my my voice agent was the English dub for Sailor Mercury.
No way!
I work for Sailor Mercury.
That's so cool. Wow.
I have a Pikmin.
I have Claude.
Ooh, hi Claude. I got to meet him at VO Atlanta last year. He was a nice guy.
Stitch.
That's so cool.
My partner made him a mushroom hat.
Aw. I actually don't have that many toys in here, I realize.
I'm just
Got some
remembering,
autographs,
it's not a toy, but did I
but they're
ever brag
pinned
to
up
you
on the
guys
wall.
that did I ever brag that I have custom art from
Yoshi!
Toby Fox?
You
Custom
have-
art from what?
Toby Fox.
Oh, I
don't
think
you
I
have.
feel like you've said something about that before.
Maybe, I can't remember. It just came up in conversation with someone the other day, so I remembered it.
Nice.
Yeah, show it.
I don't know how I would best upload it. Hold on. I might have
With
to do
your
some
mind.
copy pasting here.
That is a
one
very
sec.
good point, Jane. So Jane's pointing out, I just want to point out that Disney now owns both the Predator and Ewoks and is choosing not to make it.
Yeah, because they're unoriginal fucking cowards.
Yeah, that's my, I share your sentiments with Disney. They are...
I'm
It's-
so glad that their new movie is doing so poorly compared to other animations that are coming out.
Yeah, it's...
I really
just-
hope it opens their eyes that they need to fucking try better.
I hope so too. And I like some of the artists that I follow, like more so when I was learning how to draw and become an animator. There were a lot of ex-Disney people, and they're talking about like what it's like working at Disney. And like it's this creative paradise that's beyond your wildest dreams until one day it isn't. This one guy, Chris Oatley, was talking about. Some stories from his colleagues where like they're a couple years into their contract, they're starting on a new show, and they've just they've got this amazing staff, this amazing writers team, and then one day, and this always happens, somebody from the top floor will just come down, go up to the creative director, whisper something in their ear, and the creative director literally goes, "Hey, attention everybody, we have 10 minutes to collect our things and leave this place forever."
Mm-hmm. The Owl House.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like, and what it's like being an animator now, like, because you have to, I'm also an animator, and hounding work is difficult because it's always like, hey, could you do it for cheaper? How cheaper and how much faster could you go? And there's all these stories about people who they sign on to these projects, and the first project goes okay, but then the burnout happens because they always want to, okay, we want you to do more work, we want you to up the quality, and we're going to pay you less and give you a fraction of the time. And we're going to, like, hey, look, there's other companies in other countries who are saying they'll do it for cheaper, so make it happen or you're out.
So
yeah, Jane, they lost a lot of revenue to Paramount. Yeah, and, good.
What was the
Yeah.
studio that did Nimona? Because that movie's kicking the shit out of Disney right now.
God, I love Nimona. That was such a good movie. Also,
What
my
movies?
partner just
Yeah,
Nimona.
Yes, I know that. I still haven't gotten around to seeing it, but I want to.
it
I mean,
is
hell-
absolutely worth it.
A one-episode indie animation pilot was nominated over Wish for an award.
I haven't seen Wish. I have no intention to see Wish. I've just been seeing the script or the video repostings of like, comparing it even to things as recent as Moana, which was amazing. Like, hey, these are basically the same sequence. So why did
I
we
haven't
just
seen
go
a
from...
single clip from that movie,
Yeah.
and that's how you know it was bad.
Yeah,
No one's posting anything about it.
I've seen the clips
So-
that roast it, essentially.
I haven't even seen
Because
those.
Moana is honestly one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love Moana.
Yeah.
So, my partner just decided to. Yes, she was Sad that I only showed one stuffy. So this is Burgle Cut.
Hi, Burgle Cut. Oh, he's long.
Yeah, and his name is Burgle Cut because he has a mushroom butt.
Yay.
Burger Cut with a mushroom.
If we're
butt.
back to sharing toys, have my Flake Cocoa.
Aw.
Wait, go.
And this is a mimic.
No
Oh.
I have a Mimic
That-
dice pouch plushie.
You guys haven't encountered any mimics yet. I knew there was some quintessential thing I was missing. I mean, nothing. Don't mind me.
Oh, here,
This
have
was a
a-
business
here.
meeting.
This is another dice bag I have. It's a little dragon that
Oh, the
their
dragon
chest
is the
opens
dice
up.
bag? Aw.
What?
The dragon is the dice bag? That's so
Yeah,
cool.
you open them up and there's a little dice bag in his tummy.
You hollowed out a dragon to fill it with
Hold
dice.
on, I gotta stop the background so it's.
This is why they don't like us, Ryan.
No, you just
Here.
have to do the beauty guru thing and put your hand behind it.
The
Ooh,
beauty guru
nice
thing?
bag.
You don't know
Thank-
when, oh my God, when beauty gurus like are showing a product, so like you can, so the camera focuses on it better. It's like you put your hand behind it and like, then like the viewer can like see the product up close and see it better.
Yeah, have you never watched QVC, dude?
I didn't even
No.
know what a beauty guru was. I'm sorry.
People on YouTube who do makeup.
All right. Well, I feel like I gotta show something. So here's my. Here's some sketches from when I was a child.
A child.
Oh
here-
shoot! I just remembered a really good thing.
What?
Yeah. Oh, for those.
Hey,
who
what did you
know,
guys do last week? We showed off our stuffies.
Yeah. For those who know my side career, I'm
We're
also
adults.
an animator, trying to get my own show going. And when I was younger, drawing was like all I did. So here is something called. This is the '87 Space Cruiser.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Alright.
87 means.
It's just
1987.
cool.
It used to be 80, but you can see I erased the 0 and put a 7.
It's an upgrade because
Yeah.
7's cooler.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, it is.
So I have this little hand puppet here.
Oh no.
Can you tell what it is?
It
Is
looks
it a
like.
piranha
Oh,
plant?
I have a feeling I know what it is. Yeah. It's a
Nice.
piranha plant. That's awesome.
That's fun.
That'd be good for a druid to cast when a druid casts Find Familiar. And like the piranha plant with the pot is like what shows up.
He's going back in his containment unit.
Hmm?
What else do I got? I have a ton of shit I need to get rid of. What else do I have?
Yeah,
back
start
here?
showing things off. So I just want to show this one other gem. This is the multi-droid.
Multi-droid.
Yeah, elevated by flames, and he's got this cool Gatling gun. What I love specifically is his power. His power level is just a bunch of question marks. How powerful is this multi-droid? He could be 11 power. He could be forever power. We don't know. It's question marks.
I have a pigeon body pillow.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
See,
So
I'd
if
be
we're
afraid
playing
to-
who has the more pigeon game, I'll be right back.
I'd be afraid to use that just because like I sweat in my sleep. Like
I
if I
only
I
had it
overheat
as
in
a-
the slightest temperature change.
I bought
And
this and the giant like body pillow, like the pillow itself, just so I could put it on my bed in college and embarrass the fuck out of my roommates whenever they had friends over.
With the body pillow, you tuck it in, have it like under the blanket with just the pigeon's head like sticking out.
Hold on, I've got another thing back here. One sec.
I'm back with my pigeons.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at all the pigeons.
So this was
A
my.
pigeon thing? You have pigeon?
I have pigeons. This was our first pigeon.
Oh,
This is
pigeon.
This is Poe, the male pigeon. He carries
Hi,
letters.
Paul. Thank you
He's
for your
got a
service.
little- This was
Oh my God,
done
that's so
by
cute.
Flea
He's so
Circus
cute.
Designs. He's got a cute little magnetic letter. And you can use them to
Oh.
deliver letters to people.
That's so cute.
This is Raka, the wood pigeon.
Hi, Raka.
This was from British Wildlife Aid Foundation, their Adopt a Pigeon program. This was a Christmas present from my wife. We gave her this lovely collar because she's a Shakespearean pigeon, we've decided.
Okay, yeah.
This is Neville, the tiny pigeon.
Hi, Neville. He's so small.
Yeah, this is from a local crafter in the distillery district area. Neville just likes to hang out on our shelves up high and occasionally coo. And this is Pidge. Pidge is a squishable pigeon. Little Pidge, and the most recent pigeon that we acquired. Yes, we love
Yay! That was amazing.
I have a wrapped up kobold. Does that count for anything?
Yes, that's really cool.
I also...
Yes, Jane, so this episode has just become show and tell.
Yeah, I fucking love showing off the stuff I own. Deal with it. This is my show as much as yours.
Yeah.
You live in my world now.
This is my world.
I have another pillow. This one actually, because the character is a tiny little guy, he goes on a normal pillowcase.
Nice.
Sleepy little goat, and here he's without his hat. It's because he's tiny. He goes on a normal case. What other weird ass shit do I own?
Yeah, who's got the next
I have
weirdest
SpongeBob
thing?
Heelys.
That? Okay. That's, whoops. Screen sharing has stopped. Why?
I got a Pokemon card from McDonald's.
Nice.
Imagine rolling up to school in one of these bad boys.
You'd be the coolest kid at Weenie Hut Generals.
Listen, I'd be the coolest guy at work most places if I rolled in on these.
Very true.
Oh, hello. We've got someone else in chat. Hello, Jessica. How are you?
Hi,
Sorry,
Jessica.
I didn't say hi earlier. I'm realizing I'm a couple drinks in, and I didn't think they'd be hitting me as strong. But
Sure, blame it on the sauce.
I got a succulent.
Aw.
Well done. Succulents are wonderful companions. Succulents don't do... The only succulents I can have, because I live in a basement, a Canadian basement, so it's... Well, I mean, you live in Mass, so we're the same climate zone. But we've managed to keep the snake plants alive, the Sansevierias, which are technically succulents, but not quite. But we used to have a lovely little moon cactus. I got sad because it died, but then I read up about them. It's like, because they're hybrid plant, they really only live 4 years. So it lived a full life, I found out. But I'm now... Oh, and we've got a massive aloe plant. That's our other succulent.
Ooh.
Was dying because when we moved from my wife's old place to our current place, I dropped it down the stairs.
No.
Yeah, and so we were afraid that, that shock really ruined it, but I was afraid of touching it for a while.
Could be treated with aloe.
Exactly. All it wanted was a bigger pot. And so we gave it a new pot, and now it can't be contained.
I bought a dragon's paw succulent a while ago, and these
that was
things
a thing,
get
and now I want
really
one.
big. Sorry, not bear claw, bear paw.
Ooh. Also want it.
My bad. I was looking at my little dragon plushie when I said that. But yeah, those things get really big. They sell them when they're tiny, and then they just grow up in a vine.
I guess enjoy your plant.
It's still surviving in the original pot. He's going
James
strong.
telling us about and hi Jessica, thank you for tuning in to our random ass event.
Podcast show and tell.
Jane is telling us about a Shakespearean version of Star Wars Episode 4 called Verily, A New Hope. Oh, and I just shortened the length of my chair. That is amazing. Jane, if you can write us out a passage, we'd love to. I'll give it a try performing it if you've got it handy. Yeah. So, no need to stop now. Look around your room, everybody. Find something.
Yeah, I was looking
fun.
around and I can't really.
Oh, I have so many stuff. So many stuff.
I will show you something that a friend gave me for my birthday, which is something that I have needed because I ran out a while ago. It's this tiny little jar, and I'll put my hand behind it, like Kayla just told me. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you
But
go.
it's a
That's
jar.
the technique.
It's a jar full of fucks, which was great because I had none, and it's literally labeled "fucks to give," which is great because I had none, and now I have an entire jar. So
now, if you have no fucks to give, I feel like there's another.
Speaking.
Yeah, is that Squishmallow?
No,
I remembered something fun.
Is it
chicken?
Chicken.
It's a lovely chicken.
Is that the Stardew Valley chicken, or is that a different chicken?
I don't know. It was a gift. I think it's just a chicken.
I also have this little dragon egg.
Ooh.
Oh,
That is really cool.
I got
It has
this
like
at
a
an
little
anime
stand
con.
that has a light on it, so it kind of lights up.
Hey, you're finally awake. That is a perfect slogan for a pillow.
Man, if I got like 2 hours of sleep and woke up on that pillow would be launched across the room. Like, say you're finally awake. Fuck you, dude. I'm going back to sleep.
It's not a comfy pillow. It's just a little decorative throw pillow.
Yeah, decorative pillows are not comfy. I've had to
Just
deal
laying.
with that occasionally. Yeah. They're good for back or butt support, though. So let's see. I've got a cool picture of Fierce Deity Link over here.
It's so cute.
There's a cat.
A soda cat.
Soda cat.
Aw.
I don't know why, but I think it was my reaction when I said that's so cute. I think it was actually my partner was showed me this TikTok video of this woman who found out a life hack for anyone who has like ADHD or autism, and they get shown baby pictures.
Aw.
Because I don't know, but anyone else, but I could give a shit what your child looks like. I don't care. They all look the same to me. They're all undercooked homunculuses. That's all it is. It's just an underdeveloped human being. That's it. So when someone comes up and they go, "Hey, look at my little girl. She's so cute." A way for our brain to kind of like mask and look like we care is to pick a body part, like hands, nose, ears, whatever, and go, "Oh, look at the little nose." You haven't said that you like it. You've just drawn attention to it. And then from that point on, you can actually just like look at your phone and say, "Excuse me, I have to take this," and then walk away from the situation. So it is absolutely mint advice if you don't, because it's the one thing about, like, especially with like new parents, like, I get it. You're super excited. You're happy that you have a kid. I don't want to see it. And I am absolutely never in a million years going to look at a baby and refer to it in any way, shape, or form as visually like beautiful or any, like, there's no part of my brain that does that. That is just a child. That is your crotch goblin. That is just a groin spawn. That's all it is.
Spawn.
They're
Don't
all
show me
growing
pictures.
spawn.
I don't care.
But guys, speaking of babies, here, have this kobold dice bag.
That is
Oh.
fucking
These
adorable.
dice are in here.
That is I require that. That is adorable as hell.
Forget where I got them. Need to find them again.
Something I sent my partner a link of it was a guy who made a TikTok video, and he's like, yeah, so the wife didn't like my Crocs, so I got these crocodile boots, and they're just like cowboy boot Crocs, and they came with like accessories, so they came with spurs. And it was just like, and apparently because like they actually came from like the Croc company, like the main company, but it was a limited run, so he had to get that like secondhand, so he paid like over $200 for these things.
Oh my god.
I'm sad I never got the KFC Crocs.
Do not understand Crocs to this day. It's
Apparently, they are comfy as hell.
like they're supposed to be gardening shoes or like garage shoes, but I like, my wife works at a shoe store, so same with Uggs. Like Uggs were supposed to be warm slippers for surfers to quickly be able to go from the water to, oh, I want to put my feet in something warm. But Uggs, but because it's Australian surfers wearing them, it becomes trendy, and these things are not meant. And because they're trendy, people are like, do you have like people are buying Uggs for the Canadian winter and complaining that they're not waterproof, that they're leaking, that they're cold. It's like, what did you expect? I've got no I've got no sympathy. Oh, Jane has fulfilled our request.
Jane is the player of the night. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you, Jane. All right, I'll put this in. Oh, now I'm realizing that it's the first time I've tried to copy and paste something from. Yeah, the YouTube chat function is not the best thing, but here is the Vader line. I figure we all just give this a shot.
I sense the force in this one here, almost as if I did my younger self, Epsig.
Ghost. I prithee, trust me, Luke. At that shall be well. I think that's the line.
That says all.
Sorry. All shall be well. Sorry, this is another thing that YouTube, please take note, because when I was on your message forum, everybody was complaining about this. You have a reaction emoji icon over top of the chat dialogue, so people visually trying to read it cannot see it. Just please finally get around to fixing that. There are like 1 million people who have asked you to fix that. Please get rid of that. You have 2 options for emojis. I don't need one constantly floating in the way of the text, as well as one in the
Are you
chat
sure you want to
publicly
read, though?
reaction box.
Yeah, why read when you
uh,
just look at little picture?
Yeah. Just slowly we're just slowly going back to
Hieroglyphics.
hieroglyphics, yeah. So I
You're
never
right.
once equated hieroglyphics as being ancient emojis, but I
It
can't
is though.
unhear. You're right.
Is
You're
it
right,
not?
and I will never unhear that.
it's like, what is this? Now, again, going back to my friend Chantel, who like specialized in ancient Egypt, and she would kick my ass if she heard me say this, but she passed away some years ago, so she can't hear me. Like, what was it? It was someone was like, oh, can you read what it says? Yes, it says snake, heron, wiggly river, hawk. Yes, that's what it says. Like, oh, for fuck's sakes, dude. Hieroglyphics are really fucking cool though, because it's a mixture of sounds, and I think it was like multiple words as well. Like it's a fascinating language. languages in and of themselves, like,
Mm.
and they have to be not English, because English is just a shit language.
Yeah.
It is. It's
And
like,
in
I heard
English's
it said
defense, like I remember talking, I don't know. Hell, it might have even been you, but like once upon a time, English was one of the romantic languages, like in the Shakespearean era. But it's just been so diluted to try to be more. It's not like it's even adopted by people willingly. It's like you will speak English or fuck you.
but yeah, that's what happens with colonization. But like I once heard it described as the language that will mug other languages in a dark alley and steal their syntax.
I still, speaking of languages, think it's funny that one of the oldest written complaints is just this guy telling a merchant, like, damn, your copper is shit.
Yeah.
Like, your
that's
copper
not
is
just
such
the
low
oldest
quality, I
written
hate you.
complaint. That is like the oldest piece of. That is the oldest written document. It predates the Bible. It's the first written text that we have is a complaint letter from a buyer
Yep.
to a merchant.
The one piece of writing that I actively want to see is in Constantinople.
Ooh.
I
Was
can't
it?
remember what the building is called. It's the big temple in Constantinople.
Istanbul,
never-
Constantinople.
It's the big temple. I can't remember the name of it. But during the time when Harold Bluetooth and his Haranguian guard served as the emperor's effectively bodyguards, they were Vikings. They were Norse. They were, and there was this band of like just really, really, really efficient soldiers. So the emperor gave them kind of carte blanche to just do whatever the fuck. They went, they partied, they did whatever the hell they wanted, and their bills were always paid for because they were the emperor's personal guard. On the main temple in Constantinople, carved into ivory in Elder Futhark Nordic runes, is like Halfdan was here. Like it's like old Norse graffiti. And it's just like someone got super drunk and had a chisel. Like,
Bro.
Some surviving Pompeii
hand
graffiti
me
is
that
just
chisel.
insulting someone else's mom.
Yep. Fantastic.
Yeah, there's
That
like
is
graffiti
fun.
in Pompeii that says something like, "This guy's mom is loose."
Yep. I remember seeing that. 'Cause
I'd
they're
never
slowly
heard
being
that
able to.
one.
Yeah, they're slowly revealing with like new technology and stuff like that. They're revealing like paintings that were on the walls because they've been trying to like remove like the ash from the walls without damaging any paint and seeing if there was anything written. And sure enough, oh yeah, dick jokes and graffiti is not a new thing.
Yeah,
Humans
how
never
our
change.
species has grown. Wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
grown.
We
The
finally
more
unearthed.
things
like,
change, the more stay the same.
I
Yep.
know.
Mm.
We've unearthed the last words of these individuals in Pompeii. So and so's a dickhead.
Man,
For good time, call yo mama.
if you want like just like a rabbit hole, go on YouTube right and just like Google like famous last words.
Oh, I've
'Cause
seen
some of them
those.
are
Those are great.
Absolutely priceless.
I love the.
There was a Civil War general whose last
Thank you,
words
yeah.
were when he was talking about the enemy's cannon fire. It's like, don't worry, boys, they couldn't hit the broadside of a bar.
I'm sad to say that one took me a moment. It's like, but the expression is barn, not bar.
I was
And
like,
then I
why
started-
would he only say half of O?
Yeah, it's like, oh, now I. Soon. So I've been seeing, since we talked about hieroglyphs, Kayla's been cycling through emojis. But
I've been taking good emojis.
See, there was another one where what was it? Oscar Wilde, I think, where a priest came up to him
Voltaire.
and said,
I know.
"Oh, it was Voltaire." Yeah.
Yeah.
Where a priest came up to him and said, "Do you want to? Are you ready to renounce your like atheism and like renounce Satan?" And it's like, and he's just like, now, he's like, now, Father, now is not the time to be making enemies.
Yeah.
I think no, it was Oscar Wilde was I'm in a fight. I'm in a fight to the death with these with these curtains, and one of us must go.
That was it. Yeah. That was a good one. Oh, I mean, there's a lot of. I also love Mel Blanc's Tombstone. That's all, folks.
Yeah.
Pick a god and pray. Quote from Frederick Fire Emblem.
Goes hard.
Another great quote. I stayed alive because the fire inside me burned brighter than the fire around me. Or something like that.
I'm trying to... And also, YouTube, if you're going to have this forced emoji thing, I'd like to be able to react to specific comments like you can in every other social media platform very easily. But no.
I survived because the fire within me burned brighter than the fire around me. Josh Graham.
Graham?
Wait,
Crack.
From
Which
Fallout
Josh
New
Graham?
Vegas.
Okay. I was going to say, like, I know Josh Graham personally. He's a voice actor. Are you talking about that Josh Graham?
Anyway,
so
humans are weird.
Yeah. So
We
Jessica
always
was
have
saying
been.
we could bring this translation in game somehow, which I think you're already getting the wheels turning. So thank you. And then Jane's saying
Thanks,
instead
Jess.
of like locking up spray paint. Back in the day, they would just have to like lock up the chisel. You'd have to do the walk of shame with customer service.
You remember the graffiti scene from Life of Brian?
Yes. I want to see it written all across this wall 20 times. You hear me?
Because he's just like, you're using the wrong text, so he corrects his spelling and his grammar.
That was a good movie. Do you hate the Romans? Yes. Do you really hate the Romans? Yes. All right, you're in.
What have the Romans ever done for us?
Yeah.
Roads?
And the aqueducts.
I mean, yeah.
Besides medicine, the aqueducts,
public
food
education,
and the economy.
roads.
Yeah. And then the two rebel factions like beat each other to death over who gets to actually go through with the plan. That was good.
They became a police state because they had to have the firefighters stay up late.
They became a police state because they had to have the firefighters stay up late?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Because basically the firefighters doubled as guards because they had to be awake at night anyway in case a fire broke out. And then eventually people kept power grabbing and killing enemies and etc. And it built up to a police state.
So humans is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. So humans.
I feel really dirty. I need a shower. I might head off in a second on my end.
Yeah, I mean, it's 8:45. Yeah. I think we skipped our intermission, so now's a good time to close it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Actor's Dungeon. Today was God knows what.
Show and tell.
But thank you for joining us. We really thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Jane. Thanks to some of our silent viewers who are just checking us out.
Yeah, just some of them, not all of them. You know who you are.
I pick them at random and then send them to Danganronpa.
No!
Why would you do that to people? Like, just
Wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
All right. So
but Kayla, I'm the ultimate hope. I gotta save everybody.
Oh my god. Shut the
you
fuck up.
youngins and your whatever this. I know you told me
I
what the show
gotta
was
defeat the
already.
remnants of
newfangled
despair, Kayla.
animations.
My ding dang grandpa.
Ding a dang, old grandpa.
My
I'll
grandpa's
tell you
dead,
what.
Kayla.
Alright.
He died in a rocket ship.
He didn't have enough hope.
This has gone off the rails so hard.
Too much despair.
Too much despair.
Yeah,
My
I love
grandpa
those
was-
games where you're fighting like the esoteric concept of despair, like Kingdom
I mean,
Hearts. It's
You
like,
would think that, except for the fact in Danganronpa, it's literally just one high school girl that's like, I literally destroyed the world because I was bored.
Yeah.
One
okay.
before we go, the best description of Kingdom Hearts was Goofy talking to Max's girlfriend about all of his old D&D D&D games, and that's what Kingdom Hearts is.
I like that. That is now.
Which is why it's so goddamn like just all over the place. It's like, oh, cool. And then you're fighting with his key sword. Sure, yep. And then Sephiroth appeared. Like, what? It's like, yeah, we had that one player who came in who was just really into Sephiroth.
Yeah, it was the time,
Yeah.
when Kingdom Hearts was big. Yeah, you youngins will never know the joy of when Final Fantasy VII came out and was the first modern
Excuse me.
setting RPG.
Me and Kirk got pictures with Goofy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was at VO Atlanta, so we
Nice.
each met him on separate occasions. He's probably told you that story where Bill Farmer just sat at his table suddenly.
Oh, yeah. Like me
They
and
got
Goofy are
talking,
like
yeah.
this. We talk all the time.
I didn't know that, no. Or maybe I
Yeah,
did.
VO Atlanta, Bill Farmer was there, and one of the lunch breaks, I had to run back to the hotel to grab something, and by the time I got back, Curtis was like, dude, you missed it. I just sat down with no one around me, and then Bill Farmer just showed up, and we sat down and talked to me.
That's fucking cool.
Wow.
I have a
goddamn,
similar
dude.
story. When I was at the Ottawa International Animation Festival, the head of programming for Cartoon Network was at my table, and I was just riffing on like all these why Canadian TV shows are good, but they also suck, and how we can do better. Charlie knows what I'm talking about. It's like,
Yeah, all you guys got is Terrence and Phillip. What the fuck? Make better.
And that satire of Canadian TV is so
That's
good.
live action. That's what we all look like.
Shiver me timbers, Philip. I can't wait to get to my craft dinner. It's part of it's like there's so few broadcasters, like that's the U.S. Writers Guild employs the majority of Canadians because we have one major broadcaster, the CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. There's a few minor ones, but none of them have any money. And they're all very, like, the CBC, the one that has the most money, is, like, perpetually 15 to 20 years behind the times. Like, we're only now getting gritty TV shows.
Does anyone else find it incredibly funny that like the moment we decide to end the show is when we start talking about like voice acting, animation, that sort of stuff?
Who cares? End the stream right now. Just cut it off immediately right now.
All right.
The-
Good night,
the end of the-
everybody. We hope to see y'all next week. Providing that people don't have the plague. So everybody, stay safe.
It's
Drink
my
your
turn
vitamin
next
R.
week.
Vitamin. Arrgh, I'm a pirate.
Arr.
All right.
It's the most.
And,
It's the most important letter of a pirate. It's the letter of.
It's Q.
But
No,
everybody
it's
thought when they were having
the
vitamin
letter of
R,
pardon.
when really they were having vitamin X.
No, you would think it's R, but really their first love be the C.
The C.
No, it's the letter of
Ah,
pardon
that-
from King George.
That took me a moment.
Anyway,
You
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
cheers.
I will end it from this quote
apologize.
from Jane. Tonight was weird, but fun.